And here we are again, just in time for a few days before Christmas. With me is...
some guy who's watching anime involving Jack the Ripper and vampires. Yes.
Oh, you're watching that too. So, you can probably guess the bulk of the content of this video. It's going to be the last part of Sequence 6, which, as we said last time, is a pretty short sequence.
Right. So, Sequence 6 is... I'm so sorry, I am like completely out of it right now. Sequence 6, of course, is being the one where you go and do the mercenary things with the dude in the camp and the French commander. So I believe the last time when we cut off, you had assassinated a bunch of dudes and took their armor.
That is true. We're pulling the whole old Trojan horse thing.
You had to kill them silently, or else there would be blood on the armor, and we couldn't have blood on the armor.
No, because what, these soldiers got involved with a fight somewhere? Craziness. But yeah, I'm starting to go after the hardest difficulty missions, which are the bold 5-star ones. Even with top-ranked dudes like a number of my assassins are, they're still pretty hard missions.
You're probably going to need one or at least 2 to 3. Oh god, yeah. When you get it to the point where you have like a max rank assassin, you really just need one, and then maybe like a level 9 or level 10 to finish it off. But yeah, those ones are.
Yeah. I mean, technically speaking, you could complete these missions with like a level 5 guy, but you'd have like 5% odds of doing that, if that. Especially when I've gotten more than enough of my assassin friends killed in this playthrough.
So, this would be the lovely mercenaries barracks.
And now it's time for Ezio to become king of the ring.
Ezio, here to fight?
This is kind of a vestigial element, like, you just beat up dudes and get money. It's not the greatest place in the game to make money, but if you want some just slugging it out with some guys, I suppose there's worse ways to pass
this
the time.
is...
Yeah, the time limits are actually pretty tight here. 10 seconds to beat up a guy.
Yeah, especially since you can't
just
do counter kill. You really have to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I lost 500 florins. Whatever shall I do?
You have a fucking money fountain.
But yeah, you really have to knee these guys and beat them up. Because just pulling the old Assassin's Creed, wait for them to attack and counter, that is, you're never going to win a single fight like that.
I always find like the first fight is probably the hardest, just because there's one dude and it will take you almost 10 seconds to take out the one dude. The second fight, on the other hand, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but like
it's the Arkham
once you start
Asylum
going
thing
into a
where
combo, you can take them down a lot faster. You did this with like 7 seconds to spare.
Yeah, it's the Asylum paradox where one dude is actually maybe a harder fight than like 4 or 5 dudes. It's not something you can really understand unless you play those games and feel it for yourself.
Yeah, it's more like when you can start interrupting and doing it. Now this is kind of where it starts to be a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah, so that would be a case where counter kills would be awesome, but they don't exist.
You also do have to watch out for guys who throw sand, because they will throw sand occasionally.
Now, I think you can technically sucker punch a couple dudes, but it's really hard to pull off. Yeah. Like this one isn't... The key to this one is to make sure nobody gets like too far away from each other. They do kind of crowd around you, but they will back off, and that's when it starts to get annoying. Yeah, see, every once in a while, just kind of like randomly go into a finisher. it's really hard to, like, it's really hard because it involves them not blocking properly, but they do it every once in a while, and it really just gets annoying. And
Indeed.
then you have to need them to break the guard, but doing that can upset the chains, so yeah, whatever.
It really does illustrate how much the combat system slows down when you don't have lethal weaponry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're rarely ever in this situation to begin with.
Like 4 guys, I can just toss a smoke bomb and everyone will be dead in 2 seconds.
Or you just start counter killing and then chain killing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do that. If you try to do a kill chain mechanic, I'm not really sure. You just throw up them, I think.
The sad thing is like I'm trying to think of like Assassin's Creed Syndicate now, and I'd just be laughing because this would be over in like 5 seconds. You would just like break everybody's arm, throw a bunch of people into each other, and then start randomly tossing bodies onto broken limbs.
Ezio has tire tracks on him, it seems.
Those are abs. Really bad abs.
They look like tire tracks, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you have the one guy just kind of hanging out back there. Being very rude.
That guy's the...
Also, you really have to watch out when they automatically dodge. That's really annoying.
Yeah. So, yeah, see, it's like you automatically like killed them with half the health for some reason. And then...
And there's nothing stopping you from throwing sand into their faces, too. But there it is, I'm King of the Ring. In under 7 minutes 30 seconds into this video. And considering the introductory part, it was more like, I don't know, 4.5 minutes or so.
I mean, it was less than 30-second fights, and you only did it like 7 times.
That is true. I would have edited out my failures, but it would have been marginal at best.
Yeah,
you know, I honestly
Bartolomeo, welcome. We just saw you.
Bring me a suit of that perverted armor.
You are not wearing one.
What?
It is part of the plan. You surrender to us, we are bringing you to the Baron.
Ah, yes. Then what?
Your men attack on my signal.
Bene. Go change into costume. Dawn approaches. Get into formation!
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of a complicated mission.
Yeah, this one's kind of a pain in the ass.
I failed this, and it's not as simple as it looks, I will say that. And also, I'm going in the right direction now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm going in the wrong direction. Oh, they're supposed to walk up the path that's closer to the wall.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
But the game starts you out in the wrong direction for some reason.
But hey, at least we have dudes coming back from missions.
And we have a fancy new skin for Ezio.
Which I think is only in this mission.
It is. You can't get.
Yeah, I was gonna say because unless you replay this mission, he'll never wear this again. It's not even like a bonus costume, of which there are a bajillion, including like Raiden and Desmond. But
yes, this was back during the period in which Metal Gear Solid and Assassin's Creed were crossing over with each other, and there was an Altair costume in MGS4, which came out a few years before this game.
Look, there's a bajillion Assassin's Creed crossovers. My current favorite one being the FF15 one, but that's completely, just completely and utterly random. And it's just so goddamn random. Because it's like, oh hey, you're an assassin now. You've got a hidden blade. We've taken away your powers, but you've got a hidden blade, and that kills everything in one shot. By the way, go hide in the randomly placed hay barrels, even though this is like some far fantasy world and they have cars.
So yeah, I failed this a number of times, so that's why you have that awkward cut there from a totally different camera angle. But you always want to make sure to get the plot speech out of the way.
Yeah. So the problem with this mission is it's a no damage mission. Two, it gets to be really painful, especially.
Your first instinct might be to kill these guys, but that's not really what you're supposed to do.
Really, what you're supposed to do is kind of like randomly just run around and call your assassins in to do stuff. I don't know how this guy is going to determine any of the troops because he's not even looking anywhere at that part of the roadblock. But whatever.
Yeah, it's not a very well explained mission. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and it's also, by the way, if you get hit by a rock, they randomly throw at you. That causes chip damage and you lose. How many times did that happen to you? Because it happened to me 2 or 3 times when I did this mission. And I
don't remember any rocks. Mostly what was failing me was getting caught because I didn't really understand what the mission was asking me to do.
This seems simple. The mission that they want you to do is actually like not the mission that you're supposed to do. Like it just does not correlate at all. And it's a very long mission at that.
Yeah, it's as we've gone over in previous videos, it's not the worst mission in the game. It's one of the more poorly explained ones.
Well, I mean, you have to take out the dudes at the roadblock, but there's a bunch of dudes, and they all don't do much. And by the way, there's a bunch of guards every once in a while that will start.
There's also Borgia guys too.
Yeah,
And this guy doesn't seem to have gotten the memo at all, because he saw a man down in the street and apparently did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And obviously nothing sketchy going on here with these guys in French uniforms marching through the streets with some dead bodies lying around.
Yeah. Now, honestly, I did have fun with this and just used a bunch of assassins recruits and mercenaries just to, like, not do the fighting myself, but...
Yeah, that is also a strategy. One I did not employ for some reason. For some no doubt self-evident reason.
I don't think there's... No, this is just... I mean, the problem is that, like, none of these guards look at you. None of these guards actively engage you. They're just there. And you could walk right by them and you'd say, well, what the fuck were they doing? Why did they have to die? And the answer is,
See, I think the whole thing with the Trojan horse is you're supposed to keep stealthy and move past everybody because they think you're on their side. But I don't think we've got this whole Trojan horse part down.
Oh, there's no horse.
Yeah, quite yet.
But same general principle.
But now we're getting to perhaps the only logical part, is getting to this gate and wanting to get let in so we can wreck up the dude's shit.
But, by the way, this is still the no damage. This is still the mission. This is still part of the no damage run. All the way up through this. So
that is correct.
You have to take out like 3 or 4 checkpoints of dudes, then come here. And then guess what's going to happen after we get inside?
Big old brouhaha.
Yeah.
Brouhaha.
Que venez-vous faire ici?
Mes soldats, conduisent le capitaine italien à son excellence, le baron. Il vous surround.
What part of France are you from?
Montreal!
Open the gates!
You speak French?
There were a couple of French girls in Firenze.
And of course that's probably just a big Ubisoft joke right there, because
Ubisoft Montreal makes most Assassin's Creed.
Well, that's
games,
why they're yes.
Well, the way Ubisoft develops games is kind of weird in that there's a whole lot of studios that do different things, but I think Ubisoft Montreal handles most of the stuff regarding the Assassin's Creed series.
Well, I mean, they're also the ones where you have the giant... You explored their offices in Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue, so...
Yes.
Or what would it be their offices, but we're Abstergo because, you know, this series.
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed.
I did like how they just threw in a token line to explain how Ezio knows French. Though, to be fair, he was a... Well, I guess he was a, you know, a Parisian nobleman.
Yeah, he probably.
General Dalviano, it seems that you have seen the light.
Enough of your crap! Release my wife!
Such entitlement from a man born with nothing to his name.
Mine is worth its currency, unlike yours, which is counterfeit.
How dare you?
You think that commanding an army grants you nobility? Nobility comes from fighting beside your soldiers, not kidnapping a woman to cheat your way out of battle. Why don't you grow a pair and release my wife?
You savages never learn.
And we're still in don't take any damage, and by the way, now we have knights. Vatican guards, which are the hardest enemies in the game.
Luckily, your assassin buddies, the first thing they almost always do is come in and throw smoke bombs at groups of guys.
Yeah.
So it stuns everybody, and then really easy to kill, because any guard stunned by a smoke bomb, pretty much any attack will instantly kill them.
Yeah. So this is... Sequence 6 really just kind of has a bunch of missions just like happening right after each other. There's not a lot of downtime, even though you fought in a boxing ring for a while and then suddenly Bartolome teleported out of there. But whatever.
Oh, I didn't even notice that third guy on the ground.
That was a good shot.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of guys on the ground fighting Bartolomeo's men. There's really no point in getting involved with the ground level skirmishing. And that fight just kind of completely ended for some reason. These guys looking at the wall. Jeez.
Well, there's a dude in blue armor, so he's like, that's on our side.
The French army did not bring their best soldiers. Or the Duke didn't, at least.
So you had to kill 4 guys, 2 of which were just like facing the wall.
He's facing out. You just have to wonder sometimes if weird AI stuff like that is because the AI didn't trigger and was not doing what it was supposed to be doing.
Yeah. A convenient parkour path right to the right.
Indeed. But you also can't be seen, which is not that big of a problem. This guy is the only thing standing between you and the Duke.
Yeah. How not to be seen. There we go.
And the Duke is dead. Now the Duke will...
I only wanted respect.
Respect is earned, not inherited or purchased.
Perhaps you are right. I need more time.
Che tu sia pari nella morte, requiescat in pace.
Pantasilea! Don't ever disappear again. I was lost without you.
Really? But you rescued me.
Ezio came up with a brilliant plan.
I did not. It was all your husband's idea.
It was?
You are my prince.
Now I better earn that title.
You will. Thank you.
Oh, hey, the Duke.
Like the chest.
Duke's body's gone already.
Yeah. Yay, sequence 6 is done.
Now to do the power walk out of here. Or it's not really a power walk, more of a... Yeah, the glyph is on that wall to the left. I was facing it for a bit, but I won't be back for that one because what I do in one massive video is go through all the sequence 16 glyphs that I haven't done because I won't do any of them until that big video.
Fair enough. I mean, they're all kind of samey
Yeah.
after a while. Plus, I kind of like the evolution of the chess puzzle. That's something that's easier seen if you kind of binge on them all at once.
Indeed.
But we'll say that for another video.
But yeah.
Oh, hey! All of a sudden, Ezio learned how to teleport to his underground vault.
But now that we've reached sequence 7, we now have the entire map to explore. With some small exceptions, you can't access the inside of the Castel except on special missions, and I don't think we've unlocked that one assassin team.
Or you can also replay to get like the sequence, whatever sequence you rescue Catherine, and you can go back and just do it and not actually go to the start marker. But
basically, all of the map is open right now.
Yeah. But there also is technically like the very last. There is one memory sequence. There's one tomb that you can't do for really unexplained reasons. You have access to it, you just can't.
Yeah, see the way Assassin's Brotherhood handles the end game is kind of weird. Sequence 7 is the last normal sequence in that you'll complete the missions, you'll get to sequence 8, and then once you start the first mission of sequence 8, you are pretty much locked into the story until the very end of the game. So if you're gonna do side questing stuff, you should probably do it in the best part ideally is sequence 8 is before starting any story missions in sequence 8, because then you have access to the Castello. But you just have to beware, don't start any story missions because you won't be able to leave the story until you've done all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was less obvious in Assassin's Creed. It was more obvious in Assassin's Creed 2 because everyone's saying, "Hey, go to Rome. Let's finish this up," and that's pretty obvious. Don't go to Rome until you're done with everything. But here, it's not very obvious at all.
No.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter so much for people who are kind of playing casually and want to get the trophies but don't particularly care about the order in which they get them, but I am not one of those people, and I like to have end game stuff recorded as hopefully to the end of the LP as possible.
Oh, it's this one.
The marksman guy. I think that's even what he's called, the marksman.
Yeah.
Just one shooter.
Well, see, the thing is, he is very accurate, since he's not very powerful.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace, dude. I never got the name of. You're probably gonna die in like 5 seconds.
Far.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3.
Gaspar Delacroix.
Nice glasses.
Nice name, too.
Yeah. So, without me starting to break into like a it's Gaspar. It's not Gaspar. Okay, fine. I'd start like singing Beauty and the Beast songs, but whatever. This is a stupid little chase mission. You have to chase him, kill him within a few seconds, and you're done. You thankfully managed to corner him in a place where his buddies can get to him.
Not very well.
Actually, they can, but whatever. Just throw really what do you have to do to kill him?
Yep, within 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I just left that in because I thought it was really funny.
Yeah. This really isn't a super hard mission. Obviously, it's like a little short sprint.
Yeah, none of the Abstergo agent missions are very tough, but some of them can be pretty funny. Like, there's, the female thief one who looks like one of the assassins?
Yeah.
She has no idea who you are, and when you're chasing her around, she'll even yell at you, like, "What are you doing? Why are you chasing me?"
Yeah.
She has no clue what she's even being hunted for.
Well, you...
You probably didn't think this out very well.
No, he did not. But hey, he managed to get a white room appearance, which is better than almost all the NPCs in this game. So.
And he has a.
Ezio, he's wearing glasses. Ezio, I know you wanted to touch him because those are cool glasses, but goddamn Ezio, take them off
Designer
his face.
glasses.
So John Lennon glasses.
See, that guy thought he was going to take advantage of the screen fading back into the gameplay by hitting me, but I didn't let him do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I left the flag there. It's because the next mission is going to be cleaning up all the collectibles in Campania, so I want to leave it until then.
Yeah. Hey, assassination contract.
Which I completely ignore because we've got another shiny object to get rid of.
No, this isn't a shiny object. This is key. It's a Borgia Tower.
Well, it's still a shiny object in the grand scheme of things.
It's one more assassin slot.
That counts as a shiny object to me. Now, this guy is hiding out sort of in the center. He's hiding out near the tower of the big tower. Kind of in an enclosed area. Yep. He passes right by a hay bale, but unfortunately, hay bale's got a few dudes hanging around. Now, the simplest way would be to go up that building in front of me, then jump over to the little courtyard area. But I elected a bit more complicated path, namely by running in just the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Without any like assassin recruits I can use to distract people.
This is not a well thought out plan.
Are any of my plans really?
Well, you managed to get lucky because one of the no. I don't even know, like.
God, these guys are dumb. Although I don't know who's dumb. Okay, these guys are definitely dumber. Jesus Christ. I don't think anybody's has too many intelligence points in this whole debate.
This is like. Somehow the captain hasn't been triggered in this entire mess. What happened
Sure
there?
I swiped at him. He died, and then I still had some guys aggroed on me who apparently didn't get the memo that once their captain's dead, everybody has to leave, and they're going to continue pummeling me with rocks. This was all kind of a mess.
Oh, you don't say.
I hate the rocks.
At least you have the jump. Yeah, just kill them. There's only like 3 guys. Kill them.
I want to see if I can get up there, but don't think it's going to happen.
He's running straight to the barracks.
Jesus. That guy's throwing a lot of rocks. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Now that should be a bit. It's amazing how much progress you can make when you're not getting pummeled by rocks. God damn it!
Boy, they are out for blood.
Oh.
How many rocks have I got hit by?
I should just make a gif of you just continually getting hit by rocks and jumping up to the way.
This was all very
minutes.
embarrassing. Alright, anybody want to throw more rocks at me? I don't know what my assassin recruits are still doing, but they're doing something. Well, that was all a right larf.
There we go, finally. No!
Don't worry, I can still manage to set towers on fire. I can do that at least. You might not know it from me jumping up at those ledges and getting hit by rocks all the time, but I can still set towers on fire. Yeah, I was just running around renovating a whole bunch of stuff.
That's a dude. Think this through.
Son of a whore, this won't end well for you.
Did I switch my robe color? Kind of looks like I did. Maybe it's just the lighting. Yeah, I think it's just the lighting.
Could be.
Because I pretty much always show robe color
They have much
changes.
to answer for. I owe you my life, and will gladly dedicate it to this cause.
And now we've got only 2 more assassins to recruit, maybe 3. I think 3. I always need those stables, even though I can call horses from anywhere on the map.
Well, I mean, there is a benefit for stables, at least. How many are you got so far?
Both of those are in Antico, I believe.
Hey.
Yep.
It's been a while since you've been to this screen. Looking good. Three to go.
That one at the bottom left is the one I kept failing at and kept getting my dudes killed at.
So where are you?
Well, I've got to improve my public reputation for one thing.
You're only at 25% notoriety, that's not...
But managing my dudes, more important than my public reputation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what's weird about the assassins in this game? You can actually customize their appearance somewhat, like give them hoods and different colors and such, but it never seems to stick. I keep telling my guys to not wear hoods, but then they got hoods whenever they show up. It is the weirdest thing.
I don't know. I don't know about hoods. I know colors. Colors stick. Because I don't
or
like
maybe
to dress
that was
everybody up as
Revelations,
Power
where I just
Rangers,
couldn't get any
so-
cosmetic changes to stick. It's very odd.
Ooh. Oh god, this one. Okay, so we have to kill 2 dudes with a hidden blade, but they're very far apart, and I'm pretty sure both of them will
That's
start
why we
working
got a
on
good
the
force.
Hey, hey!
Despite picking this up in like Campania, I believe this is mostly like a central mission.
Oh hey, our mission in England succeeded.
Well, at least hey, she's a disciple. She's a mercenary.
Yay, more contracts. More people Nicola wants to kill. And this is very important. Our first dude can be recruited to assassin rank, which is the highest and makes them virtually unkillable. I think anywhere up to level 9 can be killed on missions, but at level 10, the max level, they can't be killed. They just get injured and can't use them for a while.
Yeah, and in addition, they start just decimating people in fights. Like it's ridiculous.
Probably should have been paying more attention.
Yeah, this isn't the mission of. Yeah. Maybe this was a different. Maybe I was thinking of a different.
No, this is Centro, definitely.
Yeah, I thought they would.
You can see the borderline in the mini map, but the first guy we killed was definitely in Campania, but he was right on the border. This guy is very deep into Centro.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it, but I also hate missions where you have to run.
Because there's no real point to it. It's just commuting. Why did my assassin notoriety just go up there?
I don't know. Hey, did you repair this aqueduct? Looks like it. Gotta get those aqueducts repaired now. Yeah, this is... These are some of the Borgia's best guards and enforcers.
Well, to be fair, he might well have been. Because everybody else is so incompetent. I mean, did you see that hay baled nonsense earlier this video?
It's like...
They're idiots.
What's the best way to put this? Have you ever seen it? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay. It's like the gang becomes
I would just assume they're incompetent.
Yeah, let's go with incompetent.
Oh, am I gonna graduate my first recruit? I think yeah, I am. This is a nice way to end the video.
Yeah.
Now, normally you have to. It does. You can't get the cutscene if you warp into the Tiber Island hideout. You can get it. You get it when you go into it, which apparently warping does not count.
Yes.
So
every time that you get an assassin up to max rank, you get to go do the little fun ceremony.
We work in the dark,
where we brand somebody's finger because 1,500 years ago somebody was really a dumbass with a hidden blade and accidentally sliced off his finger in a bathhouse.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, at least we're not slicing
more
fingers
civilized
off anymore.
age.
We're just branding them. Yeah. So she is now an assassin, which means she's basically unkillable.
And she's really good at completing missions, because even on the highest difficulty missions, she can add like 50% chance to succeed it with her presence.
Right. And now, the other thing that you have to note is that she actually has her own special weapon and armor now that she gets it, so she gets it even beyond what you would normally see. Everybody else would only have like
the usual upgrade stuff.
I guess, yeah. This is like, it's technically like rank
and yeah,
5.
even for 5 diamond
so
missions,
rank 4.
our assassin friend adds 47% chance.
Yeah. So it's really great. It's also really good to use it to boost up some
they're
of the lower
senpais, if you will.
4-star missions, so you can get
All right.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Stop.